If I double click on the spin particles compound to open it up, right away we can see that we're doing exactly that. We're just spinning the particles, and they're all spinning at the same rate. Well, what I can do is I can define a scalar value as my spin rate. Perhaps what I can do is use the particle age percentage as a means of keeping the particles rotating slowly at their birth and then increasing in spin as they get older. I could use that age percentage and drive it through a function curve compound. So to do that, I'm going to pull in the age percentage. Actually, I'll just type in age. So I'll get the particle age percentage. I'll run that through a function curve so that younger particles spin less than older particles. Or we could reverse that. I'll plug that in, plug this into the rate here. And so now what I'm going to be doing is using the age percentage and saying that particles at birth do not spin as fast as particles near the end of their life. So you can see they start to spin as they get older. They're spinning a little too fast, so I can take the spin rate and lower, not the spin rate, sorry, the tumble rate and ramp it down a little bit. So when I have a look at the function curve node, it's not really helping me control the actual overall speed. It's just saying, okay, slow particles or young particles spin slowly, old particles spin faster. We can actually multiply that whole spin rate by a scalar value. So I'll look under my math tools. Under basic math, I'll pull in a multiply by scalar. So I'm going to take the age percentage modulated by the function curve and use the multiply by scalar to control the spin rate. So if I multiply by a fraction, I'll slow down the spin rate. I might want the particles to actually spin early on just a little bit. So again, I'm getting a much better rolling kind of smoke look now. So when I'm using the function curves, here I'm actually clamping the particles at birth from spinning at all. So I might want them to spin a little bit, so I can actually just raise their value, I'll say to 0.1, so that particles at birth do have a small spin rate, while particles at 100% of their life have 100% of the spin rate possible, defined by the multiply by scalar. So we're already getting some spin. We're getting the random movement of the particles, and we're getting this nice billowing effect up towards the end of the particle's life. So I think our smoke compound is looking pretty good. I think we can safely package this up and at least call this a version 1 of our smoke. We might want to extend it a little later on. So that's exactly what we'll do next, is create a compound out of this before we move on to the render tree.